I would like to invite, our next speaker. So, Praveen, I would request you to come on video and unmute yourself. Hi. So, our next speaker is Praveen Kumar Guna, Head of Recruitment and Employment Marketing, Airbus. So, welcome, Praveen. And I'll stop sharing my screen, and the stage is all yours. And if you want, you can share the screen yourself.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. It's our pride, and we are very honored to be on this platform today. And thanks to Jobs for Her and team to support us in making this Fly Again program very successful. This is Praveen, and I am the head of recruitment and employer branding for Airbus India. I've been working with Airbus since almost a decade. Prior to this, I was with Mercedes-Benz R&D, in a similar kind of profile, managing recruitments and so on and so forth. Even before I go ahead, I just want to share a small story with you. I don't know how many of you have heard about this species. It's called as Mexican axolotl. So this is a rare species. So basically, this hard worker not only makes copies of itself like a Xerox, regenerating a missing limb, tail, and parts of the brain, heart, lower jaw, whatever it is. But it is also a favorite study of a favorite subject to study among all the scientists. And of course, myself today, I'm quite impressed with the kind of regeneration it does for itself. If they are paralyzed in their back, they can just recover the functions of their legs. They can make all neurons and new connections that allow them to use their legs again, which is really one of the most incredible examples of the recovery. So as we say that, I wanted to show you a glimpse of what Fly Again, a woman retinue program of Airbus is.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Radhika. I came to Airbus as part of the Fly Again program.
My name is Meenakshi. I'm here to attend the Fly Again event. I came in expecting to attend an open recruitment event, but right from the time I entered the premises, it was a very well-structured program.
Fly Again is an excellent platform for women who would want to restart their career. It's created very thoughtfully. It is a great experience the women go through even before and after being selected.
I especially like the opening message by the leaders, which was very empathetic and something that women on break would want to hear, where we would be assessed based on our skill set rather than our break or our experience levels.
We had a mentorship session, and all the doubts regarding Airbus was addressed over there.
Airbus is creating an enabling inclusive environment with its structured approach to flag and initiatives and to add to diversity in the workforce.
This is really an opportunity where women came and expressed. The interviews were held with a panel, and it was an opportunity for everyone to showcase their skill.
The interviewer who have interviewed me felt that I fit into some other role the company is offering. He helped me in putting me in the interview of the other role as well.
Okay, so I am sorry for the inconvenience, and thank you very much for your patience to listen to our stories and experiences. So our theme for today is sharing experiences. So I just want to tell you how we have done this and why and so on and so forth. So we went on to find out what's happening in the market with other organizations, what are they doing, and so on. And in fact, we have visited a couple of companies, thanks to everyone who have shared their practices, what they're doing with the returnee programs and so on. The idea was to ensure what worked for them, and also try to see what are the key differentiators we can have for Airbus India's returnee program. And in turn, we also have gone to the women, both external and internal of Airbus India, to find out what is their feedback on returnee programs, and generally what are the challenges they think they have, and what are the kind of pain points I, as the returnee program creator, would have to focus on. We also went having conversations with a few women who were aspiring to restart their career, because there were a couple of applications which have come. And then we picked up the phone to jot down a lot of points from them, hearing out and created an environment for them to speak out everything on returnee programs, whatever is in the market, and what were their experiences. Of course, we had great soundboard sessions with Jobs for Her to understand overall what they were doing, what they can do for us, and what they have done for a lot of other companies. And by then, when we spoke to Jobs for Her, they were already supporting a lot of hundreds of organizations and running various kind of programs in different capacities. So this is where we started, and finally we have decided that okay, let's go on this. So how do we go ahead, and how do we do this? How do we drumbeat this entire piece? How do we let people know that okay, there is something called as Fly Again Women Returnee Program at Airbus India, and so on. We partner with Jobs for Her, of course. The first meet of myself with Jobs for Her was, I still remember, on a co-working space. We had a meeting with Neha and team, and it was called as a Breakfast Mentors Club. And it was clear that the purpose, what we were, our returnee program was very purpose driven, and the mission what Jobs for Her had was in complete alignment. And then we found that it's the best place to partner with to run our purpose. We did a lot of social media branding so that the message reaches the right talent pool and the right crowd. We did a lot of broadcasting on the event space and everything. We also went forward to participate in a lot of leadership talks to drumbeat on this on various HR forums, on various communities, and in the HR fraternity, so that the message goes to the right people. As we spoke about that, we kind of understood that there are certain challenges which we have to bridge in, and one of the challenge by itself was the mindset, where it is clearly evident that the business always wanted to take up or hire a person in the team member who is ready to work from the day one, who is prepared to work from day one. And how do we sort out this? How do we get the cooperation of the business so that they become part of this mission? How do we ensure that we convince them? Then we said, no, we don't convince them. We will make them partner, and we'll pass the ownership to them to gain their cooperation. And of course, it was followed by a lot of sensitization sessions to the business leaders and their managers, and so on and so forth. What we also did is that we very closely worked directly with the business in partnership with the subject matter experts, the community groups, and through colleagues to progress their D&I commitments. And we discussed a lot on how to navigate their careers, of the returnees' careers in this piece of activity. And there were two kinds of managers in the business. One was okay, I think it's going to work. And there were of course, though in single-digit percentage in the pie, where we say that okay, fine, I don't think so, it's going to work for me. Mine is a new team. So what we did is that in a nutshell, we kind of passed on the ownership, and we took the role of facilitator in the entire piece. And then one thing where we kind of made it clear for ourselves, and also we kind of communicated to the business that we need to be having a very clear thought process, that we shouldn't pin all the hopes on the scheme, but to focus on making the scheme work. That is one thing. And also there are certain things which we wanted to solve as a feedback. What we have received is that they said that, hey, a lot of programs in the market are offering internships. Can we think about doing something on this piece? Because an internship, or probably a certification of accomplishment of a particular training or upskilling, helps me a lot, but there is no assurance of what next. Then we kind of debriefed a lot, and it believe me, it took weeks and months to come out with a certain decision on this, but finally we managed to come out with a decision that we will go ahead with not with internship, but it should be a full-time contract, unlimited contract, like a permanent job offer, like you and me. And the second piece, what people have said is that even though we get jobs outside, someone accepting as a returnee after internships or an upskilling certification, the biggest problem here is that our salaries are not at par with others. We go back to probably what we used to make before 7 years or 8 years, when we started almost like a fresher in our career. Then we said that no, we will consider whatever experience you had before you have taken a career break, and we will give you a salary at par with an existing employee with the same experience and role, which means that typically, let's say, for example, a project manager with 10 years of experience, this is just an example, is getting around 35 lakhs. So, and this person who had taken a career break after 10 years of work experience and wanted to restart her career after a career break of, let's say, 5 years, but still we will consider that she has 10 years of work experience for the project manager role, she will be paid 35 lakhs. And then we also noticed that people had challenges in the transitions back to work. So we said, let's be very clear that one of the prime success point for this particular program would be the ease of transition back to work. We said we will do a lot of pre-work on these people, and we will not onboard in rush. And we will, once we are ready, only then we onboard. So we take ample of time to prepare ourselves. And every employee, every returnee whom we have onboarded has a very unique timeline chart for themselves, what they will be doing for next 1 year. At Airbus India, who will be their mentor, who will be their coach, who will be their external coach, who will be their internal coach, what are trainings, technical trainings planned for them. So all those things. And we strongly believe that it's a very diverse workforce coming with the variety of career gaps. Some are just 2 years, some are at 10 plus years, and so on. So every person had to be tagged into a very, very unique and customized and tailored program for themselves. So we had this fly game book, which we have prepared for each one of them. So of course, the other things like buddy support, training calendars, internal communities connect, like Women India Network, BFB. So most importantly, we wanted to make them feel valued with respect, but not making them feel special. That was not our intention, which we wanted to clearly, agree with everyone at Airbus India. And there are some key practices which I just discussed with you, but these were the topmost. One is that we passed on the ownership with the business, and the second was the preparation by the HR BPs before we selected. What it meant is that even before we kind of even before we have called them for an interview, we just selected the resume and their application. So the first thing what we do is that we call them and acknowledge that, hey, we have received your application. And the second piece what we do is that we ask the HR business partner of that particular area where these recruitments are happening to have a chat with them and prepare them for this interview. and gear them up and boost them up to tell them what are things expected from them in terms of behaviors, in terms of key knowledge, what all they have to prepare on, a little bit idea about the job description, and the department, and which company we are, what products and services we make, and so on and so forth, and of course a little bit about the Fly Again program as such. This kind of helps them boost confidence while they are coming for the meetings with us. And one thing which makes us very unique, and one thing which makes us makes the candidate, the returnee, feel very comfortable even before they get selected with, when we have the selection process, we don't really call them as interviews. We kind of call them as we call them as developmental conversations. So basically, it is a conversation where the business, the the hiring manager, and the returnee are going with a commitment of development. So basically, since I told you that this will be a full-time contract and this will not be an internship, which means that it would be similar to an existing employee at Airbus India, which technically means that they will also have a probation period like anyone. So our probation period is 6 months for any person. So there is no change for them. It would be 6 months only. So how do we help each other to ensure you develop? So that is the conversation all about before we make an offer to you, to the returnee. And another key thing what we said is that the champions of the Fly Again program is the Airbus India management team, starting from the chief operating officer, COO, and the HR head and the president. So this is one of the key success point, also what we have seen it. Like I mentioned to you, every Fly Again returnee would have a personal book which is unique to each one of them, where they can see their journey for next 1 year. And we also have ensured that we do a lot of investment on sensitization, because if the ground is not strong, then probably the building might be shaken up, and it would be really, really difficult to sustain these pieces. So once the candidates are onboarded to us, we ensure that we focus on their journey, we focus on their experience, and we focus that the support what we have rendered to them in the first 2 months will be staying for the next 11 to 12 months in the similar manner, unless they are geared up completely. Yeah. There are some key observations personally I have seen is that the returnees were very diverse, coming out with very unique experience from each of their background, and they got really different career histories, starting from 2 to 10 plus years in our case. It was very clear for us that one size doesn't fit all. There should be a unique plan for every person, and we couldn't make it in the first go, but as we progressed in the journey, we tried to make the program flexible enough, and we felt that it should be a little more flexible to ensure we set a path for success. And the kind of support we offer to the returnees is the key to reintegrate them. Else the program will derail, because it's if you don't do that, it's all about onboarding the returnees, and without any support or guidance or direction will not help them. And in fact, if we would have done that, probably it would have not only derailed the program, but I don't think so today we would have had a great brand adequacy from their side. We were very structured in terms of in which area would we do recruitments, and what are the projects, and we had in the day one, we had a clarity about that, and what would be the compensation and what will be the development of the cohort. Now you said, Praveen, you told that every person has a unique blue book which they have to follow, and how is that you could manage to get a development plan for them even before? What we do is that even before we select the person, and even before we launch the job description outside for the trainee program, we kind of have a template where we share with the business and ask them to update all the training programs Will it be a customer facing role? Will it not be a customer facing role? What are the kind of special things you're looking at this role? All those things, and whatever is possible, we try to finish it in the beginning only in terms of planning. Of course, the additional will be only, it will be candidate dependent on what he or she requires in special.
So Praveen, just looking at the time, I just thought, do you want to take a few questions or do you want to continue with this because you have 4 minutes left?
Yeah, I think probably they'll just take 1 more minute and then we'll
Sure.
close this slide. So there are some key metrics. Thank you, Preeta, for confirming that I'm audible.
No problem.
So the key metrics here is that now we have two batches of Flygain as of now. One is the season 1 because we launched it on the March 8th of 2019, and the first Flygain batch was onboarded in 2019 year end. So just last year they finished their 1 year, and now we have started Flygain batch 2, which is the season 2 for us. So the first Flygain, we kind of used various platforms to source the right profiles, where the career gap was around 2 to 8 years. We admit that we have onboarded 11 people, but only 10 out of 11 cleared the probation, regardless of saying that, right from the first month itself, we made it that it would be really challenging for the 11th person to make it to the final go. However, we waited for 1 year to give ample of support and ample of a chance to the person to develop, but it didn't work out. So apparently 10 out of 11 cleared their probation, and everyone is there with us right now. What is the manager's feedback? Manager's feedback is very simple. It's a go-to program right now for me to meet my D&I agenda. And what were returnees' feedback? They apprised a lot about the journey and they loved the experience. The Flygain batch 2 is in progress, where we look forward to onboard 12 people. And this time we have seen that we have got people with 10 plus years of career gap also, but the quality of returnees were really, really impressive. This is not my comment, this is the comment of the business. And as of now, the feedback what we have got from returnees is that the process is very transparent. Overall, I would like to thank Jobs for Her for partnering with Airbus. All I can tell you is that this is a very special program, and it would have been not possible without you. Thank you so much, Neha and team.
So thanks, Praveen. Really appreciate your time. And I think we'll be closing this session for today. Of course, we will always stay in touch and connect offline. So
thank you so much.
Yeah.